Let's go. Now, our vision is to raise a financially free people who will in turn raise other financially free people who will collectively use their resources and affect the world positively. So I'm going to take it again. Our vision is to raise a financially free people who will in turn raise other financially free people who will collectively use their resources and affect the world positively. That is the vision. It's very clear. Is to raise a financially free people. One, you have to be financially free. Then two, you have to get involved in raising other financially free people. Then together, the goal is not just for you to use it and just to, for contemporary reasons, booga. And then the goal is for us to use it collectively and help make the world a better place. And that is the vision. Okay, while the mission is to raise 50,000 monthly millionaires in the connected economy and usher in the next generation world changers. Okay, the mission is to raise 50,000 monthly millionaires in the connected economy and usher in the next generation world changer. I need to type in the chat session, I will be one of the monthly millionaires and I would raise monthly millionaires. I will be one of the monthly millionaires and I will raise other monthly millionaires. If you are very, very specific, if you are very, very sure, if you have enough faith and belief in yourself and in the system, you can go ahead and type right in the chat session how many monthly millionaires you are going to raise. Go ahead and type. Type your name. Then you add your name. I will be one of the monthly millionaires and I will raise so and so monthly millionaires, okay? I will be one of the monthly millionaires and I will raise so and so monthly millionaires. Go ahead and type it in the chat session. Okay, good. This is 9 minutes past 8, exactly 10 minutes past 8. We'll be hearing from our first speaker and I'll be bringing him up stage right now so that he can get started immediately. Ladies and gentlemen, with an emoji ovation on the chat session, let's make welcome none other than the Vision King himself, Ambassador Obianefo Isimai, as he takes us on why we must not miss the immersion with emphasis on why we must become Kingsmen. Ambassador Nefo Isimai, the stage is yours, sir.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Democracy Day. I want to celebrate each and every one of you, and I hope that you're in good spirit. I want to celebrate all the GA leaders. I want to celebrate Ambassador Michael Okoli, who has made himself available to God to be used in such a time as this. Now, in just less than 10 minutes, I'm going to show you why you have to become a Kingsman. It is very important you understand this because that is the beginning of the journey towards becoming a millionaire in this business. 2016, I borrowed money, I started this business, but I had this person I saw, he started this business in 2013. 2013, I started in 2016, right? I borrowed money, I started, my story is very, very kind of a roller coaster story of financial woes. So I made up my mind to start this business. In 2016, I borrowed money to start it. But then I met this guy. This guy was really doing well. He was making money, was part of the top 10, I believe. Top 10, top 20, no, top 20, sorry. And he was one of the motivations I saw. But something happened. In 2021, he stopped making money from this business. And last couple of weeks, I think 2 weeks before now, I heard he has jackpot from the country. And the question is, why did he jackpot? In fact, first of all, why did he stop making money? So I'm going to show you what happened to him. It happened to me in my first year. This was what happened to him after several years. And this is exactly what happened to him. And if you understand this, your way to wealth will be secure. Listen to this. Watch this. I hope you can see my screen. Hold on a second. I hope you can see my screen. I hope you can hear me. Now, I started with 7 portfolios, or I borrowed money and started with 7 portfolios. That's the highest at the time. And I began to work. I had my first experience of Emerge that helped us to understand why we must move very fast in the business. And I moved very fast. and I sponsored 8 people in the space of 3 months. It was ridiculous. I was just moving fast. And within that space, I hit 1.13 million. And of course, one of my legs, the leg H, started producing leaders, that leg. But then what normally happens in this business is that attrition happens. Attrition means that people that started, all of a sudden they stop doing the business. They don't tell you that they're going to stop doing the business, but they just stop doing the business. B, stop doing the business. C, D, my line E also stopped over that space of 3 months, all right? I mean, after the third month, people stopped, they started quitting because there was something lacking in understanding. F didn't stop, but then G and H slowed down very drastically, that they weren't producing results. The only functional legs I had at the time was A and F. Ladies and gentlemen, F was one of my pain legs, but she was pregnant at the time. And the problem was, I felt she was a leader. I abandoned her because she was a self-starter. She was doing the work without anybody forcing her. And that is what some of us also have in our business. And I'm sure part of it happened to this, my friend I spoke about, that had jackpot, right? I abandoned her. And of course, we didn't have any structure. And once she gave birth to triplets, boom, her business stopped. She didn't tell me. Her husband told her, stop doing this business. And she didn't tell. This was a high-profile partner that I had. She had very high-profile people she brought into the business. The minimum person that came into her business was 3 accounts. She was doing 3 accounts, 7 accounts, 3 accounts, 7 accounts. When she stopped, all the people that came through her stopped the business because she didn't tell me. They stopped seeing her on meetings and they stopped. So that leg crippled. I now had only one leg. 6 months later, I had only one functional leg, my elephantiasis leg, and my income dropped. Depression almost set in. Is this how I'm going to build my wealth? But something happened. I persisted, but nothing was happening. I continued to sign up people, but they will come, nobody's serious because there was no direction. And yet I wasn't immersed until I struggled. Then some of the leaders, we qualified and went to Philippines. That was the beginning of a change. At the Philippines, we were subjected to AIM Global Academy. It was ridiculous. First of all, we had an experience of everybody was part of the academy. Then after that one, 3 days later, 3 days later, we now had an experience. But let me show you the atmosphere there in the Philippines. That was the AIM Academy. Let me show you.
2 million! 3 million! And ladies and gentlemen, a big hand of applause for our very own Mr. Arnel Limpi!
Do you want to become multi-millionaire? Do you want to become successful? Say, I want to become successful. Ask the person beside you, do you want to become successful? Do you want to become successful? Then, listen to successful people. Take your seat now. Take your seat now.
This event was super powerful. It was super powerful. But then, after 3 days later, a few leaders were selected to now meet with Dr. Ed Cabangton, CEO of AIM Global, for a proper immersion. And in that meeting, all I was hearing was numbers and influence, numbers and influence. He was kept on talking about leadership. He said, if you want to break through in network marketing, you have to become a leader of influence and you must work your numbers. Listen to him just in a couple of.
Okay, now here, listen up. As what I've mentioned to a few key leaders here, this is the requirement for the Philippine trip. Okay? So if you are a leader in a span of a year, everybody say 1 year. 1 year. You know that you can accumulate 185 GCs. Am I right? Yes. In a span of a year. Yes. Or probably even more than that. Am I right? Yes. Or if you're a great leader, probably double, triple, quadruple this number. Am I right? Yes. So the goal is not only prepare for the Philippine trip with 185 travel GCs, the goal is in the near future, in the nearest future, there will be South Africa trip. There will be Dubai trip. Okay, does this country excite you?
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the beginning of it, because that was an immersion. And do you know what? M Global couldn't afford to take us on trips because of COVID-19, but because we were immersed, we began to take people on trips. Now, listen. We structured that training to suit us in Nigeria, and we stabilized it based on that we did, and we started taking people on trips. That is how powerful that immersion is, and it's about to happen to each and every one of you. And what do you need? You need to become a Kingsman, because it is not for everybody, it's only for leaders. And what I will tell you is this: become a Kingsman by connecting 5 active partners. And if you become a Kingsman, I would suggest one little thing. Also raise 5 Kingsmen. Let your active partners become minimum. You could do more. Let them become Kingsmen. Do you know what will happen to you? The alteration that happened to me will never happen to you. Why? Because Kingsmen are solid. They want to build a business to last. And even if one Kingsman decides to travel for whatever reason or stops doing the business, you still have 4, and you can even build more. Remember what he said, Dr. Ed said, that in 1 year you can become a leader. Do you know, because of the solidified immersion we had and the ridiculous research we did, driven by Ambassador Michael Colley, becoming a leader, you cannot do it in 3 months. People are becoming leaders in 3 months. And how you start that is by becoming a Kingsman. That begins your journey towards Kingsman. Ladies and gentlemen, whatever happens, go to the comment section and say, I must be a Kingsman in 1 month, and it is doable. And if you now want to be part of those who will become wealthy in 2 years, not in 5 years, then raise 5 Kingsmen before the immersion. Write on the comment section how many Kingsmen you're going to raise before the immersion. Come on now, write it. And this was what happened to my friend. He quit. He stopped making money because he did not employ. He was there in this meeting that we had with Dr. He was there. But the problem was there was no team to consolidate, no structure to consolidate what he heard. But in our team, we had a structure. And that is what we're going to divulge at the immersion. Ladies and gentlemen, take us to the next level, and to show us exactly how to raise active partners, I'm going to call back for one and only Ambassador, the phenom, Dr. Mba. Over to you, Elijah Mba.
Wow, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, Ambassador Nefo. And I'll be showing us how to make sure you do not miss the immersion. And I'll be doing that by showing us how to make sure you have 5 active partners, okay? Because the only thing that can stop you from stop you from being at the immersion is if you do not have your 5 active partners. So if you're excited, type excited in the chat room, and we'll be very, very quick with this. I'll be giving you some instructions, so strategies on how to raise your 5 active partners, okay? This is what it will look like. Okay, this is the goal. But now, however, a Kingsman is in either position 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But while I was looking at it, they say if you want to get to the moon, if you want to hit the moon, shoot for the stars. If you shoot for the stars, you can get the moon. If you shoot for the moon, if you miss, sorry, you're going to hit your ceiling. So the strategy is for you to get your 5 active partners so that you can become a Kingsman. But I'm going to take it a notch higher and encourage you not just only to get your 5 active partners so that you can become a Kingsman, but if the immersion event is what it is, and it is what it is, if it is what is being pushed to be what it is, and it is what it is, it will be somehow selfish for you to be the only person that is going to the immersion from your team. You don't want to be the only person that is burning with fire in your team, and you know, when you're not there, you know, everybody dies down, or there's no other person that is sharing things that you cannot remember at the immersion. Okay, so the goal now is for you to take it a notch higher. You're going to raise 5 active partners, and you're going to help them also become Kingsmen, so that you're not just going alone, you are going with 5 active partners. Why? The goal at the immersion is to make sure every man that steps there between now and January at least becomes an emergency leader. at least become an emerging cell leader. So if you have five Kingsmen in that meeting and each of them become an emerging cell leader, guess who becomes a cell leader? You. And guess what? All the benefits of cell leader will accrue to you. Now, this is possible even if you are just signing up today. The immersion is exactly 90 days from today, 3 months from today. So even if you are signing up today, as a matter of fact, somebody that will sign up tomorrow can still make it to the immersion. You still have 90 days, a full 90 days challenge. You can go, and this one is simple. You're not on a recruiting spree to recruit 60 persons or 50 persons or 40 or 30, not even 20 persons, okay? So you are on a spree to make sure you have at least 5 active partners. How do we make that happen? Well, my immersion experience happened in the Philippines. In 2017, I saw the opportunity, got started by God's grace. You guys have heard most part of the story, but by God's grace, I was privileged to be one of those that was selected despite everything. However, after making the payment, I was not still sold out to the vision, you know, not very sold out. I attended the IPO, upgraded, added 2 extra accounts, not still very sold out though, until I went to Lagos, saw the anniversary, well, got a little convinced, then went to become a civil executive, still got distracted until I went to the Philippines where the immersion happens. Now, this immersion program will be about 3 days event, and the purpose is to take you away from the world and completely soak you in the vision. And until you get to that level, there are certain things you cannot achieve in this business. Okay, so I was eventually went to the Philippines, and from the moment we were on the plane to the Philippines, it was a different world. Got there, you know, got distracted and a lot of things, you know, was just watching what is happening, what's not happening. And it happened at the day of the AIM Academy, at the day of the anniversary, even when people were even going about to eat, you know, so your immersion at the immersion event might even be where people are having breakfast or people are having anything. Just make sure you are at that event. It's going to be a 3-day event. It's not open for everybody. So what are your strategies to make sure you do not miss the immersion for anything? First of all, pay for your immersion ticket. The moment you pay for your immersion ticket, you're going to be there. I don't know, the entrepreneur mentor is going to be announcing the ticket, but this ticket is not going to be less than 50,000. Sorry, it's not for everybody. It's for those who want to pay the price for the future they want. You know, a lot of persons tell me, I want to be like you, I want to be like you. I just look at them and I laugh. Sorry, you don't want to be like me. If you want to be like me, you'll not be telling me, you'll be doing what I would do. What would Dr. Mba do if he just connected and is hearing of the immersion? Or when he has understood the implication of financial freedom and is hearing about the immersion, what will he do? He will pay for his ticket first. That's one. Secondly, I'm going to rush now. You go through your genealogy with excitement and call everyone you can call. Call everyone you can call. Go through your genealogy with excitement. Call everyone you can call. Do not abandon even your old team because you are trying to build, get 5 active partners. No, it will be foolishness, okay? It will be foolishness to abandon your old team because you are trying to get a group of 5 persons that you don't even know before, you've never even tested their tenacity and their ruggedity. That's very, very foolish, okay? Tell them about the immersion. You know, be excited about the immersion. Tell them that there's never been anything like that before. And trust me, you're not lying. There's never been anything like the immersion before, okay? Tell them it will have all the masterminds of C21FG under one roof and that they'll be sharing their best kept secret. Get them very, very excited to be at the meeting. Tell them you wouldn't even want your enemy to miss the immersion. Tell them that's all they need to make significant progress in the business this year. If all you can achieve this year is to be at the immersion, you have won. Okay, there's not much expectation for you. If all you can achieve this year is to be at the immersion, you have won. Okay, did you get that? Yes, if you got that, type understood in the chat room. Now, resell the vision to them and get them to commit to be at the immersion, and that you will guide them. Okay, so even when they are just signing up, you can start selling the vision to them and start getting them to commit to be at the immersion. Secondly, you have to go out on the recruiting spree. I'll tell you why. Now, contact recommendation, questionnaires, you know, your leaders can teach you all this, home launch, brand launch, exclusive private reception, exclusive private call on Zoom. The goal is to have 10 to 20 persons that are ready for the immersion. That's the goal. Please do not work with 5 persons. 5 will frustrate you. It's a numbers game. If you are working with 5 persons, you'll be stuck. And anyone that is not budging will keep you in a fix. Okay, so you work with more than 5 persons. Now you spread these people across the 5 days of the week. Take, for instance, you're working with 15 persons. So you're going to spread them 3 persons on each day of the week. What are you doing on each of those days? So let's say I have Mr. A, B, and C, Mr. A, B, and C on day A, on Monday. On Monday, I will call A, I will call B, and I'll call C every day of the week. We sell the vision to them, sell the immersion to them, make sure, tell them they cannot miss it for anything. Now, take this very seriously over the next 90 days. It is only 3 months. The goal is for each of them to connect 1 new partner and apply for active partnership. That's all. Okay. Now, to get your active partners to become, try to get your active partners to become Kingsmen and attend the immersion. If you aim for the stars, imagine saying that, like they say, if you fail, you will land on the moon. Please do not aim for the moon, aim for the stars. And if you can achieve this, you'll be celebrated at least as a cell leader and you'll become a 2 Comma Club member. The immersion is your key to becoming financially free, my people. Do not joke with it. Did you get that? Okay, so make a mental picture here now. And at the immersion, the goal is for you to at least be up there with your 5, at least your 5 Kingsmen. If you do what I just told you, you might have more than 5 Kingsmen. Okay, but if this is the least I'm expecting for any of us, and if you can have this at the immersion, after what will happen at the immersion, at the emerge, you'll be celebrated at least as a cell leader, then you would have built significant extra income, and you're going to be at least a 2 Comma Club member. Okay, right now, I hope you got so much value. I'll be bringing up stage the next leader that will be taking it from here, no other person than your favorite Ambassador Ronke Kushimani. Ambassador Ronke Kushimani, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Elijah. That was amazing, amazing, amazing. Good morning, everybody. I just have 10 minutes, so I'm going to try and do this as fast as I can, all right? I'm really excited to be here. I'm going to say, please go and do more reminders because we have more people in the team who are supposed to be in this meeting. I posted something the other day about how people need to be financially independent, and at age 22, I was living alone in Abuja. I was financially independent and sending money to my parents, and people were asking me, how did you do it, living alone and all that and all that. But then one thing I forgot to mention is that I joined this business the following year at age 23. In fact, my 24th birthday was at Suite 8 Shalom Plaza. And I've heard a lot of people say, oh, how were you able to grow so successful? So right now, I want to talk to those who are young in this meeting. Because I've heard people say, oh, with the formal plan, with the formal structure, I became a Kingsman, I became this, oh, why do I have to go forward and become a Kingsman again, raise other Kingsmen and all that? The truth about the matter is that when a vision comes out, you must align with it. The one reason why you must not only become a Kingsman and also raise other Kingsmen is because the vision has said we should become Kingsmen. A lot of people have asked me, okay, how did you become very successful? What did you do? The truth is that this new Kingsman qualification we're talking about, I actually hit it by my month 3 when I joined the business, month 3. Meaning I had 5 APs at month 3. But guess what? At that point, we didn't even know what Kingsmanship was. We didn't even know what was happening. But because earlier on, I already had 5 APs who were already running the business, who were already growing, my legs were able to grow very fast. And I had them in different parts of Nigeria, different states. So you have no excuse on why you should not become a Kingsman. But like I said, today I'm going to come from the angle of the vision, and I'm going to come from the angle of the SMO checklist. I've had a lot of people ask me, how was I able to start the business so young and succeed? How did I grow so hard? What happened to me and all that? And I'm going to share a couple of things with us. And you know me, I always come from a different angle. Some people have said, oh, maybe because she works hard. No, I don't think that's it. Yes, I work hard. But there are many people that work harder than me. Some people say, oh, maybe because she's beautiful. I do not think so, because there are many people that are much more beautiful than me and they have quit the business. Some people say, maybe because she started on time. That's not true. Because there are many people that started the business with us and they have quit and they are wallowing in poverty today. Or maybe because so many maybes I've heard. But one secret I'm going to share with you is that from the beginning, I have always aligned with the vision. Somebody even said, because she can talk now, it's a lie. There are people who can talk better than me and they are broke and they are suffering. They joined the business, they were presenting and all that, and they quit. Why? Because they were not loyal to the vision. One thing that I've not shared with many people is that I have been loyal to the vision from the beginning. Stiff neck loyalty. When Ambassador Mike says do A, I do A. Do B, I do B. We're reading Kingsman. Yes, sir. We're going to IMMERSION. Yes, sir. Things we should do, we're doing. You know why? Because I learned earlier on that everything Ambassador Michael Okoli has said about this business has come to pass. This is a secret that some of you may not know. At the beginning, he mentioned how, a time is going to come where we're going to take over the whole Suite 8. I mean, the whole of Shalom Plaza. We're going to have different offices. And even me, I will not lie, I did not believe. Why is that? Because as at that time, we're all managing in Suite 8 Plaza, Suite 8 Shalom Plaza. So how will we take over the whole place? At that time, we were so broke that we couldn't even pay for NEPA bill. In fact, after they left Suite 8 and all that, and I took over Suite 8, I and my teammates, we had to pay NEPA bill for like 3 years. We will pay for NEPA bill, they will come and cut our light. We'll pay. We say, what's going on? This okay, start doing 50-50. Well, why is it that I'll pay for 20K NEPA bill? You give me 10K. What happened? So one day they came and told us that it is because the people who were in this office before, they were not paying their NEPA bill. So therefore, what AEDC has done is that you are now there, you are now paying their old NEPA bill. They now told me, go and find out who were formerly in this office and let them come and pay. Some of you are laughing. As soon as they told me that, I kept quiet because I knew that the people who were in Suite 8 before were our people. Now, when I be down, you're like, we couldn't afford like that was how bad things were. But at that time, Ambassador Mike said, we're going to take over the plaza. We took over. Ambassador Mike said, a time will come when people will leave other network marketing companies and teams and come and join our business. He said it with boldness. A lot of us did not believe it came to pass. He said a time is going to come where we're going to have cars. People do not believe it came to pass. There's going to be a time where we're going to not just have cars, but we'll have luxury cars. He said it's what happened. It came to pass. He said a time is going to come where we're going to be having people who are making 100K weekly, 1 million weekly, and all that. We said, Ambassador, off your mic. It came to pass. Everything he has said has come to pass. He said a time is going to come where we are going to fill up, where there will be no hall that can contain us. No hall that can contain us. Did it happen? Yes, it has happened. This year, by God's grace, the stadium was packed full 8 times. 2022, it was just once we packed full the stadium. But by 2023, this year, we picked up the stadium 8 times. No network marketing company, living or dead, has done this before. No, it has never happened. Even a record reserve, nobody has done it before. But guess what? It came from the mouth of our visionary president. Now, another thing Ambassador Mike has said, oh my goodness. So with time, I have learned that when he says something, I just begin to align. Whether I understand it or not, whether I understand it, I just align with it because this man is someone that says it and it happens. Now, guess what? He has said that at the immersion program happening this year, he's going to come and tell us the date and all that. That anybody who attends the immersion, follows the system, does everything he told you to do, you're going to become a cell leader. A cell leader makes at least 4, 5, 6 million naira monthly. Guess what? He has said it and so shall it be. There's no two way about it. It's going to happen. So my question to you now is, why argue? Why argue? Number one, do you want to become a cell leader? Of course, you must be at the immersion. Number two, do you want your people to become as well? Then they must also be at the immersion program as well. So for me, that's one reason why anything that Ambassador Mike says we should do, I'm going to do it, whether I understand it or not, because he has taken me thus far over the past seven years plus. But I have good news and bad news for you. Let me start with the good news. The good news is that anybody who attends the immersion with a lot of their downlines, if you attend alone, the immersion alone, you will cry. Because you won't even listen because you'll be like, oh my God, why am I here alone? I wish my people were soaked in what I'm doing. It's a 3-day event. We have never done 3 days before. So the good news is that anybody who makes their way to that event, you and your teammates, your business will literally explode. You've been struggling. How do I start making 1 million? How do I start making 5 million? How do I get to 8 figures? What do I do? Immersion is the solution for you. That is the truth of the matter. That's the good news. But the bad news is that if you are not a Kingsman, you cannot be an immersion. I'll tell you something. There are some people who are making a lot of money. They're making up to 500K, 1 million, 2 million, doing a lot. But it is from their activities alone. You have not become Kingsmen. You're not raising Kingsmen. If you are not a Kingsman, even if you have 1 billion downlines, even if you have 52 offices, no matter what you have, you will not be at that immersion program. So what does that mean? Number one, you must become a Kingsman. Number two, you must do what? Raise other Kingsmen. Now, one thing I'm going to share, I know with everybody knows, everybody knows my story and all that. I joined the business at a very young age. I bought cars for my parents, bought a car for my mom, bought a car for my dad, done a lot of things because of this business. And I came from a stage where things were so difficult for me. I was struggling. Paying rent was a big problem for me. I was struggling. How do I pay rent? There are times that I didn't even have money to feed because I had to use the money to make calls for this business. I've gone through a lot. We all know, a lot of people know my story. I don't want to go there. But one of the biggest things, apart from the vacations and the monies and the soft life, is that I had a goal one day. I said, well, come on. I've traveled a lot. I want to do something that other people will not do. Have an adrenaline rush. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go to Mauritius. After our first 90-day game plan in the year, worked so hard. I want to treat myself, go to Mauritius. I want to go and touch lions. Yeah, to touch lions. What will happen? What will happen? Lion is the king of the jungle. This one, I want to go and touch a lion. People are doing it. And I got to Mauritius with my friends. Guess what? Oh my goodness. It was only about 4 or 5 of us that said we're going to do it out of all the Nigerians there. We got there. Well, literally all white people were the only black people there. First of all, in our resort, we're the only black people in the resort. Where there people were looking at us, asking us, how are you in this place? How are you able to afford this vacation? Did your company pay? People were shocked that we're there. But let me return to my lion story. And I said, I want to touch lions, and I got there. And I did. It cost me a lot of money, almost about 100K or so, to do all these activities. But I said, I want to do that. I did it. Guess what? I was still earning a salary of how much? There's no way I would have been able to even come to Mauritius, talk less of touching lions. And this is something that has been on my bucket list. I want to do it. And this business helps you do whatever you want to do. But why? It's because I have leaders and I have raised other leaders as well. If I have not done that, then that's the end. It's been such an exciting journey. I'm going to end with this. Ambassador Nefo and Ambassador Elijah have spoken about becoming a Kingsman. But there's something that we don't know. Apart from raising 5 APs, we must go through the SMO checklist. A lot of people are going through the becoming Kingsmen and not having 5 APs, but they are not doing it properly because they are not going through the SMO checklist. What's the SMO checklist? Standard method of operation. It's a 4-week income producing and personal development journey. Emphasis on what? Personal development journey. Yes, you can have your 5 APs, but you must go through the SMO checklist systematically. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. You can do everything in 1 or 2 weeks, but you must go through that whole process. It will make you a worthy Kingsman. If you have not gone through the SMO checklist, you cannot help your teammates go through the SMO checklist. When you go to the SMO checklist, you will understand the business. SMO checklist is actually a crash course for success in the business. Why? It makes you understand network marketing a bit more. It makes you withstand rejection and a lot of other things. So I want to leave this with you. As you are going through your Kingsmanship journey, as you are raising Kingsman, please ensure that you go through your SMO checklist. This is extremely, extremely important. Okay, different teams have different SMO checklists. We want to ensure you go through the literature and then the activities as well. Okay, like I said, everything I said is just small chops. The real food is going to be received at the immersion program very soon. So I'm going to end now and hand over to the unstoppable king himself, Dr. Victor Abalsin, the king of the unstoppable nation. Dr. Victor, please take it away from here. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate each and every one of you that are here. Wow, it's a great privilege to be with you all in this meeting. I appreciate you all so much. Of course, already you people all know my name is Dr. Victor Abalsin. I truly welcome each and every one of you here. I'm going to run quickly because I have very limited time. Before I run, I want to appreciate God Almighty for this opportunity to speak with thousands of people in my midst. And then also, I want to appreciate the President, Ambassador Michael Okoli, and then the G8 leaders. I appreciate you all. I appreciate my family. I'm here with the family. How are you all doing? I appreciate you so much. So quickly, let me run quickly. Now, I welcome each and every one of you here that are in this super cell meeting quickly. I want to run quickly. What we are here to talk about is just one simple thing. Guess what? Something big is coming up. Something big is coming up. The immersion. The immersion 2023. The first ever in the history of C21FG worldwide. It is coming up very soon. Now, the question now is, Who are the people that will not be there? It is going to be huge. It's going to be great. I remember my first immersion in city of Philippines. It was actually an immersion. I came out of that immersion. I knew that this is it for me. That same immersion is happening live in Nigeria. And who are the people that will not be there? If you are here, you're a partner. If you are here, you're an emerging active partner, you will not be there. If you are here, you're an active partner. We have thousands and thousands of active partners, but I'm so sorry, you will not be there. But who are the people that will be there? Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about the soldiers of C21FG, the C21FG Kingsmen. These are the men that will be there. These are the men that have separated themselves from boys, men that have separated themselves from children, men that have separated themselves from others, men that have decided to be the front soldiers. These are the people that will be there. The question is, how do I ensure that my Kingsmen, my teammates, my people will be there? One of the greatest problems we've been having most of the time in our business is actually most of us are getting signed up, we're getting results, we are getting people signing into the business. But if you check it, this person, Mr. A, come today, tomorrow you're not seeing the person. Mr. B, come today, tomorrow you're not. So how do I raise what Kingsmen that will attend this immersion? Ladies and gentlemen, the only way this can happen is by understanding retention. Retention. If you don't understand retention, you will keep doing things over and over. You are struggling, you are trying to meet up, you are trying to accommodate. You don't know what the problem. Somebody came to and was asking, oh, what is this? I signed up 4 people, none of them want to do the business. I signed, oh no. You must understand retention. Ladies and gentlemen, let me talk about retention quickly. Follow me carefully. If you are writing, you write down quickly. What is retention in network marketing? I'm going to explain it clearly. It is just a process by which a leader ensures that your teammates don't quit their business or leave the excitement. A process by which a leader, guess what? Ensures that all your teammates don't quit their business or leave the excitement. And let me let you know, it is also the continued process of being in control. The question is this: are you in control of your team? Are you in control of what is going on in your business? What it means, if you are not in control, what it means, something will definitely be in control. Here it is. Anywhere there is absence of retention, there are things you see: dissatisfaction, discontinuity, disassociation, disconnection. This is what happened. Check it. And guess what? If I'm talking about retention, if you don't understand retention, what happens? You will take the other one. Let me tell you, there's always 2 things. One must happen. If either is a male or a female, guess what? It is either is up or down. It is either is success or failure. It is either is right or wrong. The same thing goes with it. It is either you are experiencing retention or you are experiencing the opposite of it. What is the opposite of retention? It is attrition. That is it. So any of these things must be happening in your business. So if you don't know this, you must know this. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are experiencing attrition always in your business, then what it simply means is you lack retention. You lack retention. Now, let me move in deeply into this. Follow me carefully. I want you to follow me carefully. It has been the greatest problem we have in this business. Let me talk about the 4 pillars of retention. Of course, I'm not going to explain it deeply because I have the other part I need to explain proper. There are 4 pillars of retention, which, if anybody here understood this clearly, you can actually retain a lot of people in your business. Number 1 pillar is the physical retention. I'm not going to explain this clearly. Maybe I'm going to have a beautiful time to make this happen. We have the physical aspect of the pillar to retain. We have the mental aspect. Physical, let me just give you the drip. Physical means Somebody's physical well-being, you need to understand the mental. You need to go into their mind and know what they are thinking. Another one is social retention. Do they exonerate? Do they separate themselves from the people? Do they come around? Do they come around, or do they separate themselves from the people? Tension. Then the next one is financial well-being. I'm not going to deeply explain this. These are the 4 pillars of retention. Before I move on, I want to talk something deeply because I have very limited time. Just 3 minutes, I'm done. What are the strategies to retain your team? I call it 8 STs, 8 strategies to retain your team. Number 1, hear this. You must identify the need. The need. The problem with a lot of people, you are getting signed up. You are not seeing what is happening. You don't even know what is needed in your team. You must identify the need. Number 2, you must understand the proposition of value. What do I mean by value proposition? You must know what you will put into your team. Well, that's what it means. You are the Kingsman. You want to raise Kingsmen, and they are all active partners, and they are not even coming around. So you must understand putting in value for them to what? Be attracted to what you are saying. Value proposition. The third one is communication. Somebody type communication. Communication. We have a lot of teams, a lot of leaders, a lot of people. Your problem is you don't talk. You allow things to be happening. Come on, what is going on? Communication. Watch whether they are working so hard and they are not getting any results. Communication. Get a feedback. I kept on asking most people in my team, what do people say about me? What do you think about me? Don't just be the alpha and the omega. Communication. The fourth one is you must build loyalty and sincerity. You must build it. It is naturally built. Loyalty is built. You don't expect loyalty. You build it. What do I mean by building? Let me tell you, a lot of leaders, a lot of kingsmen, you wanted loyalty. Let me tell you, nobody is loyal. The only way people can be loyal to you is what? You align your vision to their interest. Know the problem in the team. Once you know their problem, guess what happened? You align your vision to their interest. I was just watching somebody in my team. Guess what happened? And these things were happening. Guess what I did? I watched that the person is kind of start feeling down. I called him. What is the problem? I said, the transportation is too much. So okay. I align myself. After achieving what I want him to do, guess what happened, ladies and gentlemen? She immediately connected to me. Ladies and gentlemen, you must align your vision to their interest. And then another important thing is that you must build development, trainings. If you don't have content, what can you give? And then the next one is recognition. If you don't recognize the little things somebody have done, guess what will happen? What will happen is they will not think of doing another one. They don't even know that they are doing this thing. And then the next one is accountability. Accountability. Understand the level they are yesterday and the level they will be today and the level you are aspiring them to be tomorrow. Calculate it and know where they are going. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the ways, strategies to retain people in your team. The last one is their work. Let me let you know, if you apply these little things I just listed out here, I'm sure a lot of things will start changing your business. God bless you. I appreciate you so much. I'm going to welcome one of our G8 leader. Let him come and speak in the name of the champion king himself, in the name of Ambassador Kelechi Anadere. God bless you. Kelechi, can you take over quickly?
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Victor. God bless you. I have 10 minutes to talk. This is 8:52. So I should be done by 9:50, by 9:02. I want you to just pay attention. I'm not sharing the screen. I'm just going to tell you a story, and I have something to say to you at the end of my story, right? Today I come to you as a beacon of what I would like to call untamed ambition, ready to ignite a revolution within your souls, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here today to share a vision with you, a vision that will set you ablaze, a vision that will set ablaze in you the fire of greatness and propel you towards a future where the ordinary things you normally do is destroyed and where extraordinary things become your new reality. Let me tell you something. In the realm of network marketing, we are not confined to ordinary rules of engagement. We are the architects of our own destinies. We are the alchemists of our own success. And I want you to pay attention. I want you to cast aside those shackles of conformity. And I want you to ascend to a level that defies every limitation of mediocrity. Why am I saying this to you? You see, in 2017, I had a clarion call. A call that reverberated through the chambers of my being. I would like to say it like that. And that call ignited a fire within me. It was a call to embark on a journey. I will call that an odyssey that will forever change the landscape of leadership in my life. And that was a journey of immersion. That call was made by Ambassador Mike. And we were all asked to come down to Abuja for a program. And that was where the true essence of the Kingsman was forged. You see, the truth is that within those sacred walls of the immersion that took place then, I witnessed the birth of a new breed of leaders. Leaders who possess the audacity to dream, the courage to take risk, and the unwavering commitment to create an empire that stands the test of time. You know what we did? We immersed ourselves in a sea of wisdom. We are seasoned leaders. During that immersion, unleashed their secret of success, impacting knowledge that just went through our very core. You see, but that immersion was not just merely a gathering of great minds. It was what I would like to call a baptism of fire, an initiation into a sacred brotherhood that binds us together as torchbearers of change. We forged bonds within that emotion, within the immersion that transcended the barriers of time and distance. We formed unbreakable alliances, fueled by a common purpose and an insatiable hunger to become great men and women. This was what happened to us in 2017. Now, through the storms of immersion that took place then, we honed our skills, we sharpened our intuition, and we fortified our resilience. And guess what? We emerged as Kingsmen, clad with the armor of unyielding determination and armed with the weaponry of unwavering integrity. We embrace the challenges that lie in our paths, and we embrace the truths that fortune really favors the bold. We became bold. Now, let us not just be content with the embers of the past, with our past triumph. Like we say in Nigeria, I get them before no be property. Let us stoke the flames of ambition, for the time to embark on a new expedition is at hand again. Another voyage that will shatter the boundaries of what we believe is possible for us. Ladies and gentlemen, before us, immersion has come once again, beckoning on us to delve deeper into the realm of knowledge, to unleash the full might of our potential, and to soar to celestial heights that defy imagination. Now, like I said earlier, fortune favors the bold. What will be bolder than wielding the power of not just one, not just two, but 3 thriving business accounts within our team? For you to be a Kingsman in our team, you must operate a minimum of 3 business accounts. Each of these business accounts, I consider it to be a distinct pillar of prosperity. That's why we're telling you go for 3, not just 1, not just 2. And consider each one to be a distinct pillar of prosperity that strengthens our foundation, that amplifies our earnings, and propels us towards financial abundance. Listen, gone are the days of playing small. We have tasted the nectar of success that comes with multiple accounts, and now we test for more. The path to true leadership lies in the cultivation of a diverse business portfolio. This is what I would love to call the Trinity of Enterprise that serves as a testament to our wavering commitment, our audacity to dream big, and our unwavering belief in the limitless possibilities that await us. As we stand on the verge of a new immersion, ladies and gentlemen, let us not forget the pivotal role that the 3 business portfolios plays in our journey. We keep on talking about it because we know how important it is to have 3 business portfolios. It is the key that unlocks the doors of unparalleled opportunities, the catalyst that will propel us towards financial prosperity, and the foundation upon which our kingdom is going to be built. Now, in the pursuit of leadership, we must embody the principles that we espouse. How can you say you want to inspire people to embrace the power of multiple accounts if we ourselves are not running multiple accounts? If we ourselves as Kingsmen are running 1 account, that should not be ahead of us. So let us lead by example, and let us demonstrate the transformative power of the immersion of the 3 business portfolios, right? And pave way for our teammates to follow suit. Together, we shall rewrite the rules of engagement, ladies and gentlemen. In the forthcoming immersion, we shall emerge and forge a legacy that transcends the boundaries of success. Let our collective pursuits for the minimum 3 portfolio be the clarion call that resounds through the corridors of time as we talk to our people about our business and as we talk to them to achieve Kingsmen, echoing the power, the audacity, and the unyielding spirit of the Kingsman within us all. Guys, remember this. Immersion is not a solitary pilgrimage. It's what I would love to call a symphony of collective brilliance. It's a testament of the power of teamwork and collaboration. As the saying goes, if you want to go far, but don't get us stated, if you want to go far, go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go with a team, right? Together we shall conquer territories. So you want to make sure you have emerged, not just you, but with everyone you can possibly bring up in your team. So I call on every one of you, gentlemen and ladies, to rise with me, rise above the mediocrity that seeks to confine us, rise above the limitations that the society has imposed upon us. Together we shall inscribe our names upon the annals of greatness, leaving an indelible legacy for generations to come as we go into the immersion to produce Kingsmen. And as I begin to round up, ladies and gentlemen, there's a Latin quote I would like to leave with you. It says, "Per aspera ad astra." What that means is very simple. Through hardship to the stars, let that be your guiding light. Let this be our clarion call. Let it be our rallying cry as we embark on this awe-inspiring journey towards immersion happening this year. May the sparks of immersion ignite a wildfire of transformation, engulfing all of you who dare to dream big and aspire for more. I stand before you, gentlemen and ladies. I come before you, not just as a mere mortal, but as a conduit of change, as a harbinger of a new era, where the ordinary is left behind and the extraordinary becomes our birthright. Let us unleash the power of the Kingsman within us. Let us illuminate the path of success before us. And let us leave an indelible mark upon the tapestry of time. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kelechi Anodre, and together we shall set the world ablaze. God bless you all. I'll see you guys at Immersion very soon. Thank you so much. Right now, I will want to call on the next speaker. And the person I'll be calling on, let's see, is none other than my own upline in the person of Ambassador Ifeanyi Ozuani, the legend himself. You're welcome, Ambassador.
Wow,
I'm so excited to be here. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, all over the world. When I was promoting this event, I told someone that we're connecting all our members across the globe, everywhere, Nigeria, Africa, and beyond Africa. I want to first of all appreciate my leader, our mentor, the president, Ambassador Dr. Our president, Ambassador Dr. Michael Kanayokoli. Thank you so much, sir, for putting this in place, especially a day like this. Okay, it's iconic. Why? Because it's nation building, and we're building our leaders, and we're promoting things. All right. What I have today is very simple. I will try as much as possible to redeem the time, and I'll go straight to the point. Okay. My life changed. There was a shift in my life in 2016, but that was like the beginning. Why? Because I attended a program in Lagos. That was the anniversary. In fact, I thought I was doing well until I sat beside a girl that told me that she was making like 300,000 naira and she was a copper. I'm like, are you serious? Like, you're a copper and you're making 300,000 naira. I'm like, what were you doing? He humbled me, and that was where the fire was ignited. That was when I took this business seriously. But then the shift happened in the Philippines. Oh my goodness, I thought I would not go to the Philippines. As at the time of qualification, I was not fully qualified, but I pushed, and I was able to see myself in the Philippines. I didn't even believe I would go to the Philippines until I entered the aircraft. Even at the time I entered the aircraft, I still did not believe until the aircraft left. I said, okay, at least they will not bring us back. And we landed in the Philippines, and we were immersed. Immersion is not just about the training. Immersion, just like Ambassador Dr. Mba said, it's also when you are eating, like immersion. You know, before now, medicine used to be an art, not science. It was an art because you followed your guy. It was more like an apprenticeship. If he's eating, you are learning how he's eating. If dealing with any case, go and get hot water. This is how I want, you know. Immersion, you see and you immerse in, just like you model everything happening. You understand? And that was something that changed everything for me. In fact, before we left the Philippines, we could not wait to come back to Nigeria. We came back and we lit everywhere on fire. And that's exactly what's going to happen in this immersion. That's exactly what's going to happen. The only difference is that this time around is going to be better. Do you know why? Then we didn't even have experience. But now you have G leaders, you have our president. All of us put together, we have about over 100 years of experience, and we're going to bring it to bear. Our leader is going to take us to what we are doing, and we're going to make it a worthwhile venture for everybody. All right. So most people know my story already. Why? Because I started my life, thought school would help me, went to school, first degree, master's degree, only to end up in an uncompleted building. And that was where I was when God just smiled on me and said, hey, this is what I want you to do. And I realized that one of the things that helped me when I started the business was recruiting. I recruited so fast. And I asked myself, without having a place, I was living in a place that there was no power, no light, no water, nothing. How did you do it? I didn't have enough money to always transport myself to the office. And sometimes I was always low on data. So how did you do it? But right now, I'm going to show you something that will blow your mind. Do you understand? What I'm going to show you is just like something that's going to help you, regardless of where you are. But most especially for those of you that are new and you are not a Kingsman yet, because you have to be a Kingsman for you to be part of this. All right. I call it. Okay. Yeah. That's my support structure. Now we're talking about the immersion and the personal recruits. By the grace of God, I think I have personally recruited about 300 people. I think if I talk about recruitment, I might have a team or two that's going to help anybody who really wants to move up. Now, it's not just recruitment for recruitment's sake, because if you recruit people and you don't do the right thing, they're just going to fizzle out. Attrition will happen. All right. Just like Ambassador Victor said that if one thing is not happening, the other is happening. If you're not retaining people, attrition is going. So what we can do is this. First of all, what I want you to do, write. If you have a pen, write. Exhaust your phone book. I'm not talking about just anybody on your phone book. Target all your hot and warm market. Target everybody that know you and know you very well. Do you understand? Everybody, if on your phone book, there are about 100 people that know you and they know you very well, write down everybody's name. Everybody, don't spare anyone, okay? Forget about cold market for now. Write down every hot market, put everybody's names down, okay? Give yourself a 10-day break. I call it the mission is possible. 10 days. In that 10 days, all your recruiting is going to happen in 10 days. Beyond 10 days, no more recruitment. So you need to focus on channel all your energy. And what are you supposed to do in that 10 days? Very simple. You need to launch your brand. Let's say you have your 100 people and they're all your hot market or warm market, hot market preferably. Now, this 100 hot market, all you need to do is aim for 5 launches daily. See, Auntie Tunde, or sorry, Auntie Neka, good afternoon. I'm doing very well. Hope you're fine. Auntie, I just want to appreciate you for all the things you've done in my life. Don't worry, the script will come out. All the things you've done in my life, and you play such a key role in raising me. I just want to appreciate you. Auntie, I have good news. The thing is this, I am launching my brand, okay, and I want you to support me. You've always been there for me. In fact, without you, I would not have amounted to anything. I want to appreciate you. Don't go and lie, but highlight the things they've done in your life and tell them you've always been there for me, and you're going to be there for me even now. I'm launching my brand, in these few days, and I want you to be there. So the thing is this, if you call 100 people, some people might say, okay, Tuesday. So this might say Wednesday. So he said that it's like, the way they launch things. When they launch things, when there's a fashion show going on, it doesn't just happen on a day. It could be like this is a weekend, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So you try to bring in everybody. Do you understand? Now, some of these people might not be in the same location where you are. So you use Zoom. If you go through 100, 200 people, there is no way in any particular day you will not have like 20, 30 people. So get an accountability partner, or if you can bribe your upline so that the person can be there. Of course, if your upline is somebody that knows what he's doing, he's going to be there to support you. Why? Because if he does this thing for you, if he runs the presentation for you, you can as well run for him. Okay, so that's the third party structure. Do you understand what I'm saying? I keep looking at my time to make sure I don't. So this is what you do. You run the presentation back to back for 7 days. Aim for 5 launches a day, 3 to 5 launches a day. And within that 10 days, if you do what I'm asking you to do, focusing on your hot market alone, you are going to get it done. You use the brand launch, that's the script I just gave us now, okay? Now, if you can also do a physical one, do it, but if you can't, focus it on that. But if it's hot market and you're asking for their support, you're going to have people join you. So whatever happens within that 10 days, if you have recruited 10 people, 20 people, 5 people, it doesn't matter, but focus on the 10 days. So that immediately after the 10 days, you're going to do what I call lambing. Now, 300, 300, 300, 1% rule means that if you have 300 phone numbers in your phone, 300 phone numbers on your phone, what's going to happen is very simple. The 300 numbers, those people also have phones. And on their phones, they also have maybe 300 contacts. The same way to 3. So you have your phone, you have people on your phone who have their own phones. So it's very simple. Let's say you have 300, multiplied by 300, that is 27 million. 1% of 27 million is 270,000 people, potential partners in your team. So it's actually very easy, very simple. Now, my thoughts are very simple. Call your hot markets, appeal to their conscience, select a convenient time. If it's going to be on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, select a convenient time, maybe 7 p.m., 60 minutes, you can use the video, and then follow up and close. It's just a 10-day, okay? Then actively recruit within that 10-day period. Then lambing. Lambing means launch your downlines, activate them, and then apply them to mentorship. Mentorship is SMO Checklist. Launch, activate, lamb. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Thank you so much, everyone. Appreciate you. I hope I was able to redeem the time. Thank you so much. This is what you need to do. This is a full package presentation that can be done. All right, but now this is what it's going to look like. All right. Thank you so much. Without wasting much time. Somebody's laughing. Without wasting much time, I want to just bring in the next person here, who is my leader, someone I have so much respect for. Okay. And it's none other than the leader of the Achievers team worldwide, in the person of Ambassador Vincent Onyedikachi. Please take it off from here. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Ifeanyi. That was an amazing one. Happy Democracy Day to each and every one of you. I believe you can hear and see me rightly. Okay, I need to stop sharing your screen so I can share mine. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, So many leaders have spoken already and shared amazing insights on what we need to do, why we have to be at the immersion, why we have to make sure we are not missing or found missing there. Now, I want to take us from an angle, and this angle is strictly on what happens when you have recruited people into your business. What happens when you have sponsored these people, you've presented right, these people are there with you, you've shown them the vision of becoming a Kingsman. What happens afterwards? And that brings me to why I want to share this with us. Firstly, how has this affected me? It happened in two instances. First was in December 2018. 2018, where Ambassador Michael called us together and held a training for us. That training left an impact in my mind. In that training, I was thinking, how could a human being who still have 24 hours be able to do what this guy does? How is it possible that such a human being? In fact, one of the shocking moments was when he was discussing something in line with structure, in line with PLI. And I'm like, how can this guy do it to the point of knowing something to the code? What kind of planning, what kind of execution and orderliness makes this happen? Now, to cap it up, because after adopting all the things he has shared with us, so many things happened along the line, so many upgrades in the business, in the structure, but something changed phenomenally in Kenya. All the things that he had done from the start of the business, from his career in network marketing, he had been able to put it into figures, into something that can be taught by any Tom, Dick, Harry, and Daft. And that's revolutionized my mind totally about the business. That someone can actually get this, that someone can actually learn these principles, that someone can actually practice these principles, and but they can be taught the same principles. Those are the things that enabled me to get a mindset that no matter what happens, no matter what anybody is currently going through, that you can start off, you can rebuild to that great individual that you have always been. And that brings me for you to enable you understand perfectly what I'm about to share with you, what I'm trying to help you understand. I want to ask you some very few questions. Have you imagined that the cement is good, Dangote cement or Boa cement? Sand is perfect, water in right quantity. But you want to learn to be a mason or build a house. And what you do first is you get the bag of cement and pour water inside it. After pouring water inside it, you go and take breakfast. After taking breakfast, you now come back and want to mix that cement with sand to build a house. The question is this: will there be a house? There won't be a house. Imagine also that there is no car, a car without chassis. Will you drive? No, you wouldn't drive. You wouldn't even enter, because it wouldn't even be moving. There won't be anything like forward. Imagine that we humans lived without spines, without bones. This brings me to the essence of what we have in C21FG, created and simplified for us already as system and structures that we can follow to create lasting results. Now, we may be asking, why is this important? Why has this structure? Why structure? Why must I follow become a Kingsman? Why should I go through becoming imaginative partner, active partner, Kingsman? Why? I want to very quickly explain to us the why. Because when the why is known, there are certain questions we will not be asking anymore. Number one, success exists because failure exists. So many of us are wondering, why is it that the moment I start to want to achieve success here, so all of a sudden, it's like my village people will wake up from their grave? Because the moment you go for that you want, the things you want come with it. And because that happens, you need something that constantly keeps you in check of where exactly you're going. So that when those things come to demoralize you, to deviate you, or to distract you from the things you want, you remember where you're going and what is keeping you in line. Number two reason we have found out why the system is necessary for you is this. Motivation is not enough for success. Motivation gets you started. Have we wondered why so many people, January 1st, in fact, 1st, 3rd of 4th of January, the gym is full. Go back there in March, nobody will be there. Why? Because they were motivated with the things they wanted to do for the year. But as the year went by, oh, everybody off. They couldn't keep up. Imagine there is a structure, a system of doing things, the consequence of doing it. Because putting a structure and following a structure puts on us the discipline to be responsible. Now, being responsible, if we are not checkmated, we fall away from it because it doesn't come really easy. But with the proper structure in place, like what we have in our business, what happens? You find out that even when the motivation was out, we keep moving, right? And then another reason why that system has created many millionaires in C21FG, for those who are following it and can help you create yours, is when you have the people who are lukewarm in your business, when you have, and you're wondering what's going on with these people, why are they falling off? Look at yourself and ask yourself, am I following the structure? Am I following the laid down guidelines that other people have created, or have I created my own? A general is only as good as what? The people he commands. So look at yourself and you tell yourself, maybe there is this, maybe there is this system I have created that imbibes scripts that are not necessary to my success. And there is a very cogent reason why the system and structure makes it doable, makes our business sustainable, makes our business give us that benefit of network marketing, which is leverage, which is residual income. We need to understand that success does not go to the normal person. Success is not for the normal. There is no successful normal person. All successful people are abnormal. No wonder the entrepreneur mentor in his wisdom launched out the 1% Crazy project, where it opens up to us the understanding that, man, if you are normal, forget the real 7-8 figures in the business, but if you are thinking in direction of doing something big for yourself, then you have to think abnormally. And when we now know where we are going to, it gives up the drive. When we know the why, the how becomes very, very simple. So the question is this: how do you imbibe, how do you internalize this system and structure? The immersion makes it so simple for you to be that person, that man or woman who now finds the simplest way to imbibe the strength, to utilize the vision of the system that has been created to us. So I want you to repeat after me as I close my part of this. I want you to say this to yourself, that going forward, that you are going to become that person who goes to the immersion, who prepares for it, who gets people to it because of the benefit that accrues to you being there, that the system will and the structure of C21FG will bring for you. So when I say this, I want you to repeat after me. I go to the immersion. When I ask you a question, I want you to repeat after me. Type in the comment section, I go to the immersion. Number one, have you lost the spine to rebuild? You always felt that my business has no form. As they're coming in, they are falling off. As they're coming in, they don't have a anchor. Or you're looking for where to start and build something lasting. Tell yourself, I go to the immersion. Are you the person who is looking for a way to stay inspired, not just motivated, but also transmit that inspiration to other people so that they as well can transmit it to other people? Tell yourself, I go to the immersion. If you are that person who are looking at not just raising soldiers, but leading a squad of generals, because you are following instruction, they have learned to follow instruction just like you do. Tell yourself, I go to the immersion. And if you are the person who wants to be the next big achievement in this business into the world, tell yourself, I go to the immersion. And lastly, if you want to unleash that abnormal part of you, that 1% crazy of you, the person that comes back and raises more Kingsmen, more emerging leaders, tell yourself and make up your mind, I go to the immersion. Make sure if it is opened up to you that you do not miss the immersion and that your people who qualify do not miss the immersion. That brings the end to my session. And at this point, with so many said, with so many things explained, it is that time, ladies and gentlemen, that we come to the gist of this meeting. Everything that we have all shared has been preambles, preparing us for the real big thing. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go into that, it's my pleasure to bring on board someone who will do something phenomenal that has never happened in C21FG. And I will leave him to do that by himself. So join me, ladies and gentlemen, as I bring on stage Ambassador Dr. Obianefo Esimai to lead us in that aspect of this meeting. Thank you very much. Ambassador Nefo, can you hear me? Ambassador Nefo, can you hear me?
Okay, so thank you so much, Ambassador Vinny, for that beautiful exposition. By extension, I appreciate Ambassador Kelechi Anodere. Thank you so much for bringing me in and all the things you broke down. While we wait for Ambassador Obianefo Esimai to take it up from here, I believe he's waiting in the wings so we can move up immediately. I hope you guys are getting value. If you are getting value, type value, type value, type value, quickly, type value. If you are getting value, just type value quickly. And I appreciate our G8 leaders. These guys are amazing. As in, they've been on this life for the longest time, putting these things together, trying to, if you are very observant, you will notice that there's a timeline. That timeline is 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. And we'll try to keep up to that 10 minutes so that we don't bore you. And so we can give you enough meat within that short period. I believe Ambassador Nefo is here. So we can move on quickly. Please, I'll need you to put on the comment box, God bless Ambassador Michael Okoli, our president. Just put it down there because this would not have been possible if not for him. He was the one that made this possible. So please comment down below on the chat, on the comment box. God bless Ambassador Michael Okoli. And God continue to give him the insight so that we can move to places. All right. Oh, very well. I'm getting signals to, okay. All right, without wasting much time, it's my singular honor to bring in my own friend, my own colleague, Ambassador Ronke Kemi Koshemani. She's taking us to the next level.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, guys, so I know that we're all waiting for our president, or waiting for Ambassador Michael Okoli to come. What we're going to do very simply right now is we have somebody who has achieved a feat that has never achieved before. She has done something that has never done before. And Ambassador Michael sent out organizational structural rules some months back where he told us each hub, everybody who has, we have over 1,000 offices all over Nigeria and some outside Nigeria, La Buena Vida offices. But he said each office will be ruled by a set of instructions. Okay, we have the 1-star hub, 2-star hub, 3-star hub, 4-star, 5-star hub, and now we have the platinum hub. And somebody who has achieved the rank of the platinum hub all the way in Ikeja. This is one of the newest hubs in C21FG, not even up to 6 months old, and they have achieved this feat. She raised 603 codes. Oh, no. 603 codes in her hub. Her hub is an office in Ikeja, Lagos. And she's going to be here today. You know, they say when you do well, the Bible says, if you do well, you stand before kings and not women. This meeting is strictly for G8 leaders to anchor. But because this young lady has stood out, because she has done something phenomenal, because she has done something that has not been done before, she has the privilege to speak among G8 leaders. I'm talking about none other than Miss Amazon Ambassador Oyinke. She's going to come and tell us what she did to create 603 codes in 1 month period, and a host of other things. So, Amazon Ambassador Onyike, the floor is yours. You have just about 8 minutes. Then you call up Ambassador Nefo, who will now call up Presido. So, Onyike, the floor is yours. Take over.
Thank you so much, Mom. Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Ambassador Michael Okoli. Good morning to our G8 leaders. I do not take this for granted. I am so, so honored. Thank you so much. I mean, if there is any nice thing anyone has to say about me, about this business, about the Ikeja Hub, it's all just because of God. If there is any nice thing anyone has to say, it's because of God. And I'm saying publicly this morning, thank you, God, for bringing us this far. Thank you for taking us this far. We do not take it for granted. All glory back to God, who made this possible for us to achieve this, for me to be able to achieve this. I do not take it for granted. To the C21FG family, thank you so much, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, I just have 5 minutes here, but I want to share a story for you to understand where this lady is coming from. Somebody said yesterday, what was the mindset that you had for you to be able to hit this kind of, what was your mindset like? I was hungry to succeed because I was tired of being tired. Growing up, my dad is a trader in Ladipo market and my mom is a housewife. Everything, I've always known lack growing up. It got to a point I felt my parents were hiding money from us because I couldn't understand why my dad would go to the office from Monday to Saturday. And at the end of the day, still no money. I wanted a better life for my family, but guess what? In 2005, as a very small girl, I was in the classroom and one of the students came and said, Oni, teacher is calling you. I came out and I ran to go and meet the teacher and I fell down from the staircase. I just knew that something broke in my body, but I couldn't place it. They took me to the sick bay. They rushed me to the sick bay. And sick bay said, this is not a sick bay matter. Take her home. They rushed me to the house and my mom was at home, heavily pregnant for our last baby. She looked up and she looked down, neighbors gathered. They called my dad immediately. He ran to the house. He saw his daughter lying helplessly on the couch. He called his siblings, called everybody. Nobody came through for my dad. The next thing I saw myself in a traditionalist house. If my dad had money, I wouldn't be there in the first place. The man treated my knee for 3 good days. And I was telling my dad, that is not my knee. It is my hip bone. I am in pains. Help me. My dad spoke to this man that it is a hip bone. But this man shut my dad down. Ladies and gentlemen, if my dad had money, would that man be able to talk to him like that? Money has insulted me. Money has insulted my family. After 3 days of treating me, there was no improvement. This man went back to my dad and said, you know what, I'm sorry, sir. It is actually her hip bone. This man treated me for 1 good month. There was no improvement. I was crying every day from morning till night. I was praying to God, why did you bring me to this family? If this is all you have for me, let me just die. I wanted to die. I wanted to give up. Life meant nothing to me at that point. Guess what? After 1 month of treating me, there was still no improvement. I don't know who encouraged my parents to take me to go and do x-ray. I mean, that's the first thing they would have done if only they had money. Are you listening to the sound of my voice? Money makes you make decisions that are not even worth it. Poverty covered their faces that they couldn't even think well. They didn't plan that their child will fall down from the staircase that day. They didn't see it coming. If you're listening to the sound of my voice and you understand that the money you are making is not even about you alone, but the destinies that are attached to you. After so much and so much, they rushed me for the x-ray and they took me to Ibobi. And Ibobi said, if you are delayed 1 more day, if you are delayed 1 more week, we have no choice but to amputate her leg. Ladies and gentlemen, I looked up and I looked down. I said, whatever I am going through right now, I will make sure my children will not go through this growing up. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I'm going to demystify money. Money will mean nothing to me, and not just about me alone. I'll be able to help other people, other Onyike out there, women, ladies, men, young girls that feel that their dreams are invalid. that feel that all hope is lost, I said it to myself, whatever I'm going through growing up, my children will not go through that. That was my mindset. That was my decision. And ladies and gentlemen, God just knows how to do it. After going to school, I couldn't get a decent job. I got a job with Access Bank. From one frustration to the other. After 2 years of working tirelessly with Access Bank, I was back to square one again. I didn't have a job. I didn't have any savings. I didn't have anything. And guess what? Somebody go to the chat box and type date with destiny. I want to see date with destiny in the chat box. I was hungry to bring my family from abject poverty. I was hungry to make a name for myself. And I said, if one person will make it in my family, it's going to be me. Enough is enough. That was my mindset. And I came in contact with Ambassador Dr. Michael Okoli. I came to work as a secretary. Ladies and gentlemen, when I started working as a secretary, I started seeing what other people were doing. And I said, if these people can do it, I can do it. And in less than 1 year working for Ambassador, I said, I want to start this business. And that was when my journey started in 2020 August. And it has been from glory to glory. What failed me to start mentioning so many achievements? I do not take them for granted. But the most important one for me, I told Ambassador, I said, I feel like a successful lady today. I don't care about the houses, I don't care about the cars, I don't care about the money I'm making. But the fact I'm able to impact in the lives of other people, that is it. God says success is not even your money or the cars you're making, but being at the center of God's will for your life. This is God's will for my life. I was born to do this business, and I said I would give it my all and all. I am sold out to this vision. Anything, blood, sweat, take it from me. I am ready to go all out, because this is the only business that gives you a platform to be a blessing to generations. If not for this business, where would Onyike be today? If not for this business, where will my family be today? My dad made a statement. He said, Onyike, if I'm to live 70 years on earth, because of what you're doing, I will live 150 years. That meant the whole world to me. And I said over and over again, I will choose this opportunity just to hear my dad say this statement. I am a pride to my family. I have a voice right now through this project, and I do not take it for granted. Thank you, Ambassador, for saying yes to this vision. Thank you, Ambassador. And what did it for me? I made a commitment that if I'm going to succeed in this business, I must learn everything I need to learn. And I was committed to becoming a Kingsman and raising other Kingsmen, because I understood if you want to enjoy leverage income in this business, make sure you raise Kingsmen. Anything you like, anything you admire about your leaders, go and ask them, what is the secret? What exactly are you doing? My secret is raising a good number of Kingsmen in my team. If you have an opportunity to be in this business and you are playing with becoming a Kingsman, you are playing with your future, and you are playing with the destinies of people that God has attached to you. Ladies and gentlemen, being a Kingsman and raising other Kingsmen did it for me. And I cannot wait for the immersion that is coming up already, because I have given myself a target, and I'm going to have this number of Kingsmen there. Are you listening to the sound of my voice this morning? Make up your mind to become a Kingsman. If you're a Kingsman already, make up your mind to raise good number of Kingsmen that will be at the immersion. And I can't wait to see you on that stage, and I can't wait to celebrate with you as well. Thank you so much, Ambassador. Won't fail me. I love you and I celebrate you. Thank you to our G8 leaders. I mean, you guys set the pace for us. Without you guys, where are we going to be today? Thank you for setting a good example for us to follow. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. I am so honored. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Super, 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 super. That was Onyike, and we are super excited for her. She hit the record. She is instrumental with her team to be the first hub to become platinum. A round of applause for her. Please celebrate her, celebrate her. It has been a long ride. And when I see her, I see that as a young lady, you can't sell your soul to the devil. You can connect yourself to a vision. And this, which other vision would help you, if not the vision that has been set aside through the Century 21 Freedom Group under the leadership of Ambassador Michael Okoli, the entrepreneur mentor? Which other vision can help our young ladies, our older ladies other than the Amazon project? Which other vision can help that young woman, that young struggling lady who thinks that perhaps the only way to make it happen is through selling their bodies or doing illegal or illegitimate things? So I want to celebrate Amazon Ambassador Onyike. She is an epitome of example for our growing young ladies. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, without further ado, I want to, give me a second. This has got to happen. I want a grand entrance. We cannot invite the next speaker just anyhow. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So this is what's going to happen. Quickly. Ambassador, if I please help me go to the WhatsApp group. I want you to help me to play this quickly. I sent something there because we need to, we need to just help me get to the leaders WhatsApp group. And yes. All right. Okay. Help me play. Okay, it's coming through. Okay. Now the next you're going to see on your screen now is one other. The emperor himself, the one that has made it possible that you and I are here. He has broken the barrier of stagnancy in network marketing. He has galvanized the power and forces in humans. All he does is to look into you and see the potentials in you and begin to push you. Ladies and gentlemen, the one I'm talking about to bring this meeting to the climax, for you to understand the power of what we're talking about, is none other than the one himself, the visionary, the leader par excellence, the entrepreneur mentor himself, the man who saw tomorrow, like I call him. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome on your screen right now, our leader, our pace setter, our grandfather, none other than Ambassador Dr. Michael Okoli, the entrepreneur mentor. Go to the comment section and wow him as he ascends your screen. Come on now, celebrate him. He's seeing you, celebrate him. Come on, do that. Celebrate him. Do not stop, oh, do not stop. Okay, he will not come out to pour out your heart. I mean, in every sector, in every divide, there's always a man that God selects. And I want to let you know that he has humbled himself to a great extent. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, help me to welcome none other than Ambassador Michael Okoli.
Alrighty. Thank you so much.
Yes, so.
Thank you so much. Please confirm you can hear me.
Loud and clear.
And confirm
loud and clear.
You can see me. Confirm you can hear me and confirm you can see me.
Loud and clear. We can hear and you can see you.
Okay, first of all, happy Independence Day happy Democracy Day to all of us here today. Today we're celebrating the birth of, one second, I have a distraction here. Okay. Okay, happy Democracy Day to all of us. And today we're celebrating our democracy. And there are lessons to learn from today, but I have 18 minutes to be on this. So I need to push it very fast. Today is our democracy. Today we're celebrating democracy, and our democracy started in 1999. All right, our democracy started in 1999, which is 24 years old. So if you are below 24 years old, that means you were born into democracy. If you are above 24 years old, that means you tasted the military regime and also the democratic regime. And I want to say this. Our democracy started in 1999. We're 24 years old. What it means is, as a 24 years old adult, we should as 24 years old adult, anybody that's 24 years old should have come of age. Well, if you look very critically, you can see that our democracy still has a lot to be desired. And this is the simple reason. The reason is this. We're 24 years old in terms of age, but in terms of knowledge, we may be 2 years and 4 months. We're 24 years old as a country in democracy, but how much of democracy is in us? That's topic for another day. But the reason I feel we're 2 years and 4 months old in democracy is because even though we are aging, we may not be growing the way we should go. Time will fail me to analyze different countries as when they got their democracy and where they're operating as of today. Time will fail me to do that. But if you look at it, we look like a nation that is suffering from stunted growth. And we are coming to a point where we need to begin to address these things. And the reason we seem to be suffering from stunted growth in comparison to our neighboring countries that have that have been ruling themselves, because democracy is snatching, it's not independence. Democracy is snatching the rulership of your country from the military to the people. And the reason is because we are yet to understand the tenets of democracy. As we celebrate democracy today, the second I want to talk about is, this is not my training, I'm looking at my time, so I'm going to be fast, is democracy was bettered on the 29th of May, 1999. How come we're celebrating democracy on the 12th of June? On the 12th of June, 1993, that was when we believed to have had as a country the first democratically elected president. On that 12th of June, everybody came out and the people voted their will. But unfortunately, that was the day democracy was truncated. The day it was killed, the day we thought, oh, finally, the people of Nigeria elect a president and one military head of state says no or something. But ladies and gentlemen, does it not amaze you that the very day we thought democracy was killed,
is the very day we're celebrating as the official day of democracy in this country. What that tells me is, for many of us, you're going through stuff. You've given up hope. Oh, this cannot be done again. Oh, this business, oh no, I've given up hope. It can't work again. It can't work again. All my downlines are quitting. My leaders, my upline is doing this. My downline is doing this. I'm going through a lot. I'm suffocating. I am dying in the business. There's no hope. But today, the lesson of today's democracy is to tell you that when you think you're going down, when you think, just like the seed that goes to the earth, when you think all hope is lost, that may be the birth of a new you. June 12th, the day that we thought democracy was killed, is the official day that we celebrate democracy in Nigeria. What does that tell me? We need to understand how life works. Never at the point give up on your dreams. You may not see what is happening, but if you refuse to give up on your dreams, when time processes events, you will discover that your darkest moments could actually be your brightest moments. May the soul of MK Abiola rest in peace, but it has given us a day to celebrate in democracy. And that is the training I have. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. All right. Why am I here? We're here because all roads lead to immersion. We'll be talking about immersion. What do we expect to see at immersion? Immersion is going to happen in September. On the 24th of June, I'll be announcing the days and the venue for the immersion. It's going to happen in September. But why will I be? What is waiting for me at the immersion? Number one, I have discovered that the challenge that we face in our lives is a misplacement of priority. The challenge we face in our nation is a misplacement of priority. You bring a young man today, ask him, what do you need? He said, I need money. That is the mistake that we have been making as a nation. What do you need? I need a job. What do you need? I need contracts. I need to blow. I need to trend. I need to be famous. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the number one mistake we're making as a country and as a nation. The reason is this: we are pre-wired to function in a certain way. Now, when I understood what I'm about to tell you, my focus shifted. We want money, we want success, but no, that's not what we need. The greatest thing that we need, if you're listening to me, is that you're asking yourself, why is it that I know what to do, but I can't seem to do what I know to do? That is the greatest challenge. Everybody knows the rules of success. Everybody knows the rules to succeed. Everybody knows the rules to progress. But why can't I seem to be doing what I know to do? That is the greatest challenge. I know I have to do this. I know I have to do this. But how come when it is time to do what I know, I can't get myself to do what I know to do? That is the number one challenge that our country is facing, that our youth is facing, that members of C21FG is facing, that your teammates are facing. Everybody knows what to do, but not everybody does what they know. And I've cracked the code. And that is one of the things that will happen at immersion. The reason is because We have been pre-wired over time. We have been programmed over time to act and think in a certain way. That program has entered deep into our subconscious mind to act and think in a certain way. And when we now bring a fresh thing, a fresh understanding, because of our programming, we find it impossible to do what we need to do because I've been programmed. The unfortunate thing also is this. It took years of programming. You see, it bleeds my heart. It bleeds my heart when I listen to young people talk. I'm wondering, who did this thing to us? The programming is so wrong. And it has taken years. So you're sowing corn. You're planted corn in the ground. And you go out and you're looking for mango. You want mango, but all the while, the seed that you're planted is corn. It's sad that we're planted a lot of wrong things growing up. The economy has planted a lot of wrong things. The nation, our family has planted a lot of wrong seeds. And all of a sudden we catch the right thing and we now want to do it. But first of all, we need to deprogram our mind. We need to deprogram our subconscious mind. We need to mindset ourselves. We need to put in the proper thing for us to begin to recover. We can't recover overnight. That's the challenge we're having. We think we can just become successful overnight. We think we can recover overnight. Whereas all through the years, wrong seed has been planted into our soul. Just like someone that is sick, you have malaria, and you go to the doctor. It does not give you a one pill. It gives you a medication for days. Take this morning and night for 3 days, for 4 days, because he knows that the malaria did not just come overnight. You may have started feeling the symptoms overnight, but it did not come overnight. They need to give you medications that will take time to go to your system to eradicate the wrong parasitic infection and bring it to a place of health and wellness. That is the challenge. We need to come to a place where our mind is deprogrammed. The things that we learn from school, oh my goodness, have you spoken to a normal undergraduate? The things that they have in their mind, we need to come to a point where we intentionally begin to deprogram these things so that we can install a new program that will enable us to succeed. Until you install the new program, forget success. I bring it to you. Until you deprogram your old mindset and install a new program, no matter what you do, you still will not be successful. That is what we're going to do at IMMERSION. It's going to be 3 days. A lot of people want to emerge. They want to emerge. I put it to you, without immersion, there is no emergence. You must come to, so those 3 days, all we're going to do, we're not coming to play. It's not like emerge. There's no fanfare. It's going to be a factory. You're going to be pulled. Everybody coming there will be pushed into a theater, a surgical room, where you will be. In those 3 days, your age-long bad programming will be deprogrammed. It will be decoded. So that fresh program can be installed into your mindset. Let me tell you, some of you suddenly, after they emerge, you suddenly see yourself, things that seem too hard, all of a sudden it becomes easy. Why? Because we've taken time to dismantle the wrong programming. Wahala for who no come for that emerge. We have never had a 3 days immersion before. From the beginning to the end, you see, when you come, your phones, everything will be silent. You're going to be under 3 days, a lot of doctors, surgeons, it will be a whole paramedic working on your mindset, deleting the old mindset, deprogramming the old mindset, giving you a new mindset, telling you the things that have held you captive, most of the things that have kept us where you are. Listen to me. If you're 30 years old and you're not financially free, if you're 30 years old, listen to me, and you're not financially free, Listen to me. It's because somebody told you it is possible for you to be 30 years old and not be financially free. If you're 25 years old and you don't own your car, it's because somebody has instilled it in your mind that you go to school now, you graduate now, you come out, you work for 5 years old, by the time you're 30 years old, before you now get, somebody sold that thing to your mind. So some societal norms, some schools, some experiences, some family, they sold that to you. And as a result, you have come to a place where you accepted it as the norm. Those things need to be dismantled and deprogrammed, and the right information installed into your system so that you can emerge. It's called immersion, so that you can emerge. Why will you not go out, and why will I not wear a t-shirt and a tie? Why will I not wear a t-shirt and a tie? Well, because somebody told me that you cannot wear t-shirt and a tie. It is not that it is wrong. It's not that, let me tell you, there's nothing wrong, there's nothing right. It is what you think is wrong that is wrong. What society tells you is wrong that is wrong. We need to deprogram our mind. That's what's going to happen in immersion. We're going to have a deprogramming session. 3 days. Some of this, let me tell you. I have checked, due to lack of time, I have checked most of my mentors. When you listen to Tony Robbins, he will tell you that he went for a Jim Rohn's event. And that Jim Rohn's event was what changed his life at the age of, is it 19 or 18 or thereabout? If you listen to a recorder, he will tell you, if you listen to great men and women, they will tell you that they had an immersion event where they went. And what happened? They didn't give them money. Their mind was deprogrammed and reprogrammed so that the right things can come in there. So all of a sudden, you see yourself succeeding naturally with ease. That is what is going to happen to anybody that comes to that event. You will come in, that comes to the immersion. You will come in after you are immersed in 3 days. When you come out, people will not recognize you. The way you talk will be different. The way you think will be different because certain things has been infused into you. We're going to have the best trainers all over the world. I have some surprises for you guys. You're going to know in that dimension. Some of the best trainers all over the world coming to train you. If your village people want to deal with you, they won't steal your money. They will tell you not to go to immersion. If your enemies want to humble you, they will tell you not to go for immersion. The second thing you're going to be experiencing in that immersion is this. Because in that immersion, if you're not a Kingsman, you can't be there. It's not free for all. It's not a merge. No, it will be so strict that if you're not a confirmed Kingsman, you will not be there. What does it take to become a Kingsman? Have 5 active partners. Go to the SMO Checklist. Have 3 accounts. If you're not an active Kingsman, you will not be there. The reason is because it's a gathering of eagles, diamonds. It's a gathering of visionaries. It's a gathering of sorrow. It's a gathering of Kingsmen. Do you know what happens when Kingsmen gather? Do you know what happens when leaders gather? Energy is off the roof. When you have 10,000, 5,000, 7,000, whatever thousand that may be, and everybody there, you're not there convincing somebody. You're not there trying to, everybody there is a Kingsman. Everybody there came prepared. What will happen is what they call transmutation of energy. The energies of everybody will come together. These people are one. This thing that they've imagined to do, nothing will stop them. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. We're going to gather the energies and it's going to be transferred from one point to another, It's going to be a coagulation of energy. Now, what does energy do? Energy leads to belief. There's lack of time. Energy leads to belief. When you're in the, just like you're a footballer, you're in the midst of footballers. Come on. You will come out a better person. The challenge you have is that once we go out of our sphere, everybody around us doesn't see our vision. So you're seeing people that are depleting, discouraging, you saying negative words. That is what tampers with your belief. Time will fail me to talk about belief. But when you come to a place where everybody's a Kingsman, everybody's on fire, everybody's electrified, just like when we went for the GS Summit, everybody's on point, everybody have the same focus. Now what will happen is that the belief system will skyrocket, and you see yourself daring the impossible. If this person can do this, I can do it. If this person can do this, if this person can do this, oh, you can do this. That's what happens. You see yourself transformed because of the energies, the matter of the people around you come into you, and you say, I am impossible is nothing. That's what happened to us when we went for the first immersion experience at the Philippines. We saw young Ugandans, we saw young people making money, and we're like, what are you talking about? What is it that you're talking about? If this guy can make the money, why can't I make the money? I told myself on that stage, I told myself, can't forget that event. I said, I can see Kenyans, I can see Ugandans making this kind of money. That guy was making about 50,000. They say guy was making $50,000 a month. I'm like, what? This guy can't even, this guy, Naijano, they carry last. I told myself, I saw the energy in the room. I was on the first showed part of it. It was electrifying. It was electrifying. If you bring 2 light bulbs into class, it was electrifying. Everybody was, I've never seen that event. It was in the highest, the largest single auditorium in the world, the largest single auditorium in the world, the largest auditorium in the world, the Philippine Arena. That was where we were. I saw it was amazing. The energy, the belief system, people sharing their stories, people saying I can do it. All of a sudden, I told myself, before I got into that event, I was making one miserable income. But I saw someone saying, I said, how much is making $50,000 a month? I'm like, it is possible. My mentality opened. My belief went up the roof. I vowed, I said, if I don't climb this stage. Why? Because the energies of people that believe. Dr. Ekabaton was, everybody was there. The energy is what leads to transformation. So in immersion, that's exactly what's going to happen in immersion. You're going, because everybody that's going to be a Kingsman, everybody's going to come with the right energy. It's going to be amazing. So what's going to happen is that you come out of that immersion. You see, people are looking for, and I'm going to say this, people are looking for external factors to make them to emerge. No. What will make it to emerge is already on your inside. You need something to break it forth. Who you are is already on the inside. You need something to expose it. And it is the infiltration of your mind with energy and the right programming that brings out who you are. And I'm going to tell you this. I know who I was 2016. I know who I was 2017. I know who I am today. I've not grown taller. I've not grown fairer. But something has happened in my mind that's made me who I am. That's what immersion will do for you. The third and final thing I'm going to talk about immersion will do for you is this. And because of this, now, if you're not a Kingsman, you can't be at the immersion. We usually have an active partner on board once every 2 weeks, but because of this Kingsman, we're going to have another active onboarding partner this Saturday. We're supposed to be there is a Kingsman onboarding on 24th of June, which I'll be anchoring myself. So because of that, I'm going to put there's going to be an active partner onboarding this Saturday. If you're not a Kingsman, people are it's not money. You're going to come with money. If you're not a Kingsman, you can't be allowed into that place. You must be a Kingsman, because the kind of things we'll be talking about are not for babies. It's for Kingsmen. So we're going to be having an active partner onboarding program this Saturday, 2 Saturdays in a row. I'm going to be inducting Kingsmen on the 24th of June. Whatever it takes to be inducted as a Kingsman on the 24th of June, please be there. And make sure you tell your people to become Kingsmen. Let me tell you, the speakers that are going to come to that event, oh my goodness. It's called, my mentor told me, he said, Michael, I can give you decades, I can compress decades of your life into days. The third thing that's going to happen is you're going to be handed the exact tool to become successful. You see, sometimes we'll come to places like this and we'll talk. But in that immersion, I and a lot of other masterminds, GA leaders, I'm going to have 1 or 2 external speakers that's going to blow your mind. We're going to hand over to you the requisite tools you need to succeed. Let me say it again. We're going to hand over to you the required tools you need to succeed. Something is going to happen on that during those three. If you see the curriculum, there are some things that you will hear. Let me tell you something. Some of the trainings you will get on that day, you've not had it anywhere in the world. Some of the information that you get on that day, because I'm going to pour myself like this. I'm going to donate everything that's made me successful. I'm going to bring it out and I'm going to pour it. All the G leaders I'll be speaking is not training as usual. They will bring out their best. That's what we're going to call the best kept secret. The best kept secret is what that they say there's no secret. That secret that nobody knows has made who you are. All the speakers will bring out their best and more. When they finish, when each speaker finishes, they will have to carry them from the stage because they will give everything. Everything. We're going to be handing to you step by step how to become successful, step by step, how to get to the next level, how to become an emerging cell leader. One of the trainings I'm going to do is the condensed version of PLI for people that went for that training. I'm going to show you how you can become a successful leverage income earner. I'm going to give you my one word. If you come to that event, if you come to the immersion, once you come to the immersion and apply yourself to that immersion, even if your whole village people, even listen to me, write this thing down. Even if your great grandfather, your great ancestors, they buried human head on your behalf, that you will not succeed. Even if your family members have given up on you, even if everything has said you cannot succeed, by the time you come for the immersion and apply yourself to the immersion, you become unstoppable. It becomes too late for you not to be successful. We're not just going to be talking about the business. We're going to be talking about everything about life. We're going to talk about health, life, family, everything, relationships, everything you can think of so that you can become a well-rounded person. 3 days of immersion. I have 4 minutes and I'm out of here. What will I do so that I don't miss the immersion? Because if you miss the immersion, you may have missed. You see, somebody can say, I can get the training, my leader can go, come back and train me. No, it's not just about the training, it's the environment. It's not just about the training, it's the energy, it's the matter, it's the belief system, it's the things that you see. It's not just the things that you hear. The things that change you the most are not the things that you hear, it's the things that you see. You will see certain things that you say, God, I can never fail. And that brings me to the concluding part of this. What is the vision of C21FG? To raise financially free people who will go ahead and raise other financially free people. What is the vision of C21FG? To raise people that are financially free. It's not to raise people that have money. It's not to raise multi-millionaires. It's not to raise billionaires. No, we're not in the business of raising people that have money. We're in the business of raising people that are actually free. Financial freedom, health freedom, time freedom. And that vision will come to bear in the immersion. You will come through that program. And the goal is to show you how in 4 years' time, how in 3 years' time, if the earth is still standing, you become financially free. Who will be at the immersion? Kingsman. What does it take to be a Kingsman? Go to your GA leader, find out what it takes to be a Kingsman. If you miss this immersion, let me tell you, and I'm not kidding, if they give you a plot of land in Maitama, and they say choose between a plot of land in Maitama or immersion, please leave that plot of land though. and go for immersion. Because you get that plot of land, you probably sell it for hundreds of millions. But through immersion, you will buy multiple plots of land, not just for yourself, but for your generation. God forbid that will not be an immersion. God forbid that will not be an immersion. So everything you need to do right now, is to become a Kingsman so that you can be at the immersion. Ladies and gentlemen, see you all at the immersion. I'm going to announce the immersion date. It's not going to, see, let me tell you, the immersion will not be cheap. It will not be 10,000, 20,000. It's not going to be cheap. I'm going to announce the ticket fee. I'm going to announce the dates. I'm going to announce the venue. I'm going to announce everything about the immersion on the 24th of June at the Kingsman induction. Make sure you are there and see you at the immersion. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much. Congratulations. I give it up for all the people that spoke today, all the G8 leaders, all the people that are carrying the vision by the hand, all the G8 leaders carrying the vision of C21FG. Congratulations to the Platinum Hub Anchor, Ambassador Onyike. Congratulations to everybody. As you live here, the only thing that will be ringing in your mind is immersion. The only thing that will be ringing in your mind is immersion. Because nobody will tell you what you miss if you don't come on immersion. As I go, take this. Every great man that have succeeded, I reserve this. Every great man that's been successful, I've done a research and studies of great men. Every great man or woman that has changed their lives and changed the life of their generation, there's one common denominator. And that denominator is that they will tell you that they came to a point where they went for a program, where they had an encounter that changed everything. They will always trace it to one point. And that point for you is the immersion. See you there. Thank you very much, and God bless you. I hand over the meeting to the coordinator to close.
All right, guys. I believe you guys can hear me. Oh, very good. Thank you so much, boss, for blessing us with your presence and breaking this thing down further so that everybody can understand it. Thank you so much, the G8 leaders. Thank you, everyone that stayed here this moment. You guys are the real MVPs. Thank you so much, everyone. So this is the end. And we implore you, make sure that you don't carry last at the immersion. Make sure that when the roll is counted, when all is said and done, on that day, at the end of the immersion, you look at your team and you'll be proud of what you're seeing. Because some people will come there and at the end, they would wish they had done better. So do better. If you don't know better, do what you can. But when you know better, do better. Thank you so much, everyone. And we'll bring this to a close. I want to appreciate our engineer lad who was at the back of the controls. Thank you so much, all the technical team, the camera people, and all of that. And to everyone here, God bless everyone. Happy Democracy Day. This is a great nation. This is a great country. We're going to go places, and Nigeria will rise. Thank you, and bye-bye for now. My name is Sam Ozandi, the Bootstrap Entrepreneur. From my desk,